Hi guys, it's Peta from Renew Me again. It's been a few months since I've done a video on facial exercising, and that's because circumstances have changed in my life temporarily, and I've had to be doing different things on a little bit of a different path, but that's okay. Renew Me is still going, and I'm still on TV with it, and still doing other things with Renew Me. It's just I've had to shift my focus on something else just for a little while. But today what we're going to do is a video on your eyelids, and this is just this area here. Now, as you can see, my eyelids, they're very strong, they're very firm, they're not crepey, and they're not baggy or wrinkly. This is because I exercise them daily, and it gives fabulous results for my skin. So I'm going to show you how to do this. But first I want to let you know that I have been changing the way that I've been eating. Since Christmas time, so since about 4 weeks, say. It's Australia Day today, and hello and to all the Australians out there watching. But I have changed the way I've eaten. I've stopped eating meat, and I've also incorporated probably about a 70 to 80% raw food diet into my eating. And since I've done that over 4 weeks, I've lost 2 kilos. And incidentally, since I've been on gluten-free, I've been on gluten-free for around since June last year. That's last year, 2013. All up, including going on the 80% raw, I've lost 8 kilos. So I'm so pleased with the way things have worked for me and the way I've been sticking to this way of eating and this lifestyle. So I think you'll find over time, as I get to do more videos, I'll be talking more about what we're putting into our body versus what happens to our body on the outside. Because the more crap you put into your system, the more crap your skin's going to look. And there's no doubt about it, there's no lying to anybody, you're just lying to yourself about what you're actually eating. If you're eating sugar, if you're eating gluten, if you're eating meat, if you're drinking lots of dairy or eating lots of cheese, these are things that affect our body, and this is the truth. And I can see it on people's faces. People don't even have to tell me that they don't eat those things, because I know they do. Women my age, their stomachs are bloating, typically 20-30 kilos overweight. And I'm sorry, but I've had to look at myself, because I started on that track. I didn't get to be that big, thankfully, but I was heading down that track, and I had to do something about it. And I believe this is what we all need to do, is not sit there and say, well, we can't do anything about it, this is what we have to eat, this is what we have to do. No, you can make changes if you really want to make changes. If you want to make yourself look younger, if you want to look thinner and be healthy, there are certain things you have to do. And it's not a wrong thing. I thought going gluten-free was going to change my whole life. My husband still eats meat, my husband still eats gluten, still eats dairy, still eats everything. I just cook for him what he wants. He knows my lifestyle now, and I just do what I want, but I certainly make his meals. And if he made the choice to come along with what I'm doing, I'd be very happy, but at the same time, that's his choice. Now, if he wants to be like that, I can't change that. The same as I can't change you. But what I would like you to do is watch the changes and the differences that take place on my body and my face. And for a woman that's over 50, you will see dramatic changes as time goes on. As I get more into the raw food lifestyle, you'll see my weight coming off more, and you'll see all of this happening. And I really hope that you do see it, and I really hope with all my heart that it starts to influence you and motivate you guys to make little changes. And that's all I did. I've made little changes. I haven't changed everything drastically, just little bit by little bit by little bit. Because if I do everything all at once, my body will go into detox, my body would go into shock, and I would just not worry about on the lifestyle that I'm on. So I've just done tiny little bit, tiny little bit, tiny little bit, and each bit, even just over 4 weeks, the radical changes that it's made to my skin, to my waistline, even to my body odor, that when you eat a raw food diet, when you don't eat dead flesh, when you don't eat milk, drink milk or have dairy, even your body odor changes. It does not, you don't smell anymore, and it's absolutely amazing, because I've always had a problem with that. and I've always been, you know, I should have bought shares in the deodorant companies, but I think what that was for me was the fact that I was eating dead flesh, and I think that's one of the direct results of me stopping eating meat is that my body odour has changed completely. And my friend actually mentioned this as well. Becky Devine mentioned it to me, that that she noticed it as well, that your skin becomes very silky and everything is very fresh. And you know, I can say yes, after 4 weeks this is what's happened. So today we'll talk about facial exercises, but as I say, there will be more information coming out about how to grow yourself younger. I do have a book coming out called Growing Young, and it's about how to reverse the signs of aging, and it is possible and you can do it. And there's all sorts of ways you can do it. You do have to work at it, but hey, you know, it's better than getting put under the knife, and then that doesn't work either after a while anyway. So what we'll talk about today, again, reversing the signs of aging, and this is doing physical exercise on your face. So we'll start here. Now what we do is we put our fingers in the corners of your eyes like this. Now you have to do this when you do these eye scrunches, because if you scrunch your eyes, these muscles, you'll be wrinkling these muscles and putting them into a permanent position. So we want to not do that. So we put our forefingers up, we push up, we place our fingers on our brow bone, not up the top here. We're not doing eyebrow lifts, we're doing eye scrunches. So we put them on the brow bone, so firmly on the brow bone, an anchor pushing up. Now I'm going to put my fingers out for demonstration purposes, but you have your fingers down like this. It's the best way to do it. So once you've got your fingers positioned on your brow bone, you look down and you start scrunching your eyes. Now you can do it fast, you can do it slow, you can do it whichever way you want, but start to really concentrate on the little muscle that's along here, because this is where they start to bag. When you're doing the forehead lifts, it helps lift them, of course, but in this area, you want to have this area smooth, and you want this area on the brow bone completely smooth, just as it was when we were 20. And if you have a look at my eyes, you can see that the skin around my brow bone is completely firm and smooth, and there's no bagging at all. Now when you do this exercise, your fingers will slip up. So what you need to do is just stop. It's okay to stop a bit, and then reposition your fingers, and then start again. Now really, really scrunch those eyes, but keep your eyes open and closed. Don't sort of do it like that. Leave your eyes open and closing. Now you'll see your bottom eyelid coming up, that's fine. So just keep scrunching. Now when you've done your 50 sets, because you start off on 50, when you've done 50, you count to 50 and then squeeze as hard as you can, but just those eyes, nowhere else. Don't isolate anything else, just isolate your eye lids and that little muscle underneath your brow, and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Now you can see how I've got my fingers pulling up that skin, so it's not scrunching and wrinkling that skin. And even if you do it while you're squeezing, if you just do a few little extra squeezes, that really, really helps. Those little extra squeezes that you push out. Now what you want to do is get it to the point where it starts to burn a little bit, because the lactic acid in your muscles and skin is releasing, and that's where you want to get to that point. So start off on 50 of them. I do about 150 a day when I'm doing them. I do my exercises about 4 times a week. Sometimes I forget, sometimes I'm running late, you know, all of that. And that all will happen to you as well, and it happens to everyone. So we just sort of do what we can do, and we just keep at it. As you know, I've been doing mine for almost 2 years now, and I will never stop doing facial exercises. I've got into a habit with it now, and I'm so pleased with the results that it's brought on my skin. You can see even here, these are changing here, and in previous videos, if you have a look at other videos, in fact, I was going to delete them. I thought I looked so bad, that there was so much wrinkling along here and dryness and dehydration. But now, again, since I've been rehydrating myself and you know, eating all the proper foods. Well, not all the proper foods. I still have a glass of alcohol, a glass of wine, maybe 2, maybe 3, depending on what wonderful day I've had. So it's about that sort of stuff. It's not all or nothing. You just work through it the best you can. The other thing I was going to say is please lay on the bed when you're doing your facial exercises. Lay on your back, do it in the morning, and that's really the best time, is to do it in the morning before you get up. And look, your husband might have gone away to work, you know, up and gone to work, and then you can just lay there in bed and do these exercises, and there's no problem at all. Then get up and have a shower and off you go and do whatever else you have to do. Alright guys, look, thank you so much for being patient with me. I've really been very mindful of the fact that I haven't done videos. I'm going to do my very best to get these done for you, and I'm getting out an ebook hopefully very soon as well. Just a little excerpts of the book, so that you guys, and that will be free, just so you guys can get an idea of what I'll be talking about and all of that sort of thing. Alright guys, well thank you so much. Again, happy Australia Day to all the Australians today. Hope you have a great one, and happy Australia Day to everyone else around the world. Alright, see you next time. Bye.